Hey everybody, welcome to AFTERBUZZ, the Bachelorette after show. We are super stoked to talk all things Bachelor. I am Brooks Forrester, and to my right, the ladies.
Hey everybody, I'm Kristina Zias.
And I'm Chelsea Briche.
You know, and there's only three of us. We're down one man. And I think my...
And there we go.
Yeah, you gotta mute it. That was our computers. Sorry about that. We are short one man, and that is our fearless leader, Danny Hoyt. Danny, we miss you. Danny couldn't be here. He's in Africa doing super cool things for other people halfway around the world.
Yeah.
Super fun, but he just couldn't make it. His flight gets in tomorrow. We will be missing you, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm not the only one starting to feel like I was having a romance with him.
But Danny's on kind of an amazing adventure right now, so I think
he's not
having
missed
a
that
good
much.
time.
We're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
nice. All right, well, let's jump into the show. We saw, right off the bat, we saw a typical montage of JoJo.
Totally.
What did we see that we see every season that you
the
were like...
cheesy beach montage.
You like it, hate it?
I think it's ridiculous.
I love to hate it. I love to hate it.
I just feel like it should have been in Dallas, like in JoJo's hometown. Do you know what I mean?
It was
Yes.
you.
Yeah, like
That was me.
JoJo doesn't live by the beach. Why is like...
Yeah, well, maybe it was because it's so last minute, because she said tonight,
Probably.
she was like,
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to do this.
No.
I don't know what
The
who she
only
was
part
talking
that
to Jordan.
really got me when I was like, come on, guys, when she's sitting on the rocks and the waves just come up and she's sitting there giggling, and I was like, that's just so over the top.
It was a little
But-
over the top. But
you got to do it. I mean, that's part of it.
Well, and,
you know?
and they're setting that up as well as like she's beginning her journey. We're getting over the fact that it didn't work out with her and Ben, and they kind of closed that chapter.
Little confession.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love Ben. I think he was a great bachelor. I think America loves him. But I'm sorry. Like, he did blindside JoJo, and he did break her heart. So for her to be like, I'm just so thankful for him because now I know what it's like to find a really great guy. And I know what type of man I deserve. I was like, oh my gosh, like...
That sounded very produced to you.
It sounded so produced. And I'm sorry, like, I think it's okay to be like, he broke my heart. And I'm happy for him, but he's kind of an asshole.
But that sucked.
Yeah.
That sucked. And
You blindsided me, and you promised, so you're a promise breaker.
Exactly.
Right.
But he's like the Bachelor Golden Boy, so.
Ben's name was brought up so many times tonight that it was almost it was too much for me. Everything was, she was thankful for Ben, or when Ben broke her heart. Like, we get it.
Don't we see that? Don't we see that in previous seasons as well?
I'm sure.
No?
I don't know. Maybe for whatever reason,
It
just stuck out,
feel like it really stuck out to me. Like even when she was sitting down with the guys, his name would be brought up, and I feel like she's, starting a fresh page. We're doing, she's doing this whole new journey herself. Like, let it be, girl. Like.
So you felt like it was a little weird.
I just felt like it was a little weird.
Yeah.
We don't need to be talking about Ben anymore. This is not his season. You guys are not together. Like, let's cut the cord and.
Well, you're not alone.
go.
Everyone on the chat roll right now, Rachel, Haru, there's like, Ben was boring. If this isn't Ben's season, let's get over Ben.
Totally.
Rodder
get
13,
over it.
JoJo's too scripted. Off the bat. You guys tipped your hat to that in the sense of like when she was on the beach, some of the lines that she was saying, they sound very produced. Yeah, I can imagine that she would be a little bit produced at this point. I think she kind of last minute was thrown into that. I think she was known that she was going to be an option, but they were like probably a week before it happened or 5 days.
You really think it was that fast?
Yeah, I do.
I have some other thoughts on that.
I only know that because of her communication on Twitter, her activity,
and then just disappeared.
Black, gone. See you later.
So
I'm like, she didn't know.
So what happens is she just packs her bags for months and she just went?
Yeah.
That's really crazy to me.
I don't know. I just had a friend who was on a reality show and she literally like just fell off the planet after she signed the contract. So I guess that does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She disappeared.
All right.
Okay, well, so we got over that. We got over Ben. We go in to start her journey, and we start with the three former bachelorettes, Des, Allie, and Caitlin. And what did you guys think of their advice?
I thought they actually had some good advice.
What did you like?
I like the fact that they said...
Because I was like, what?
Okay, I think a lot of it seemed also manufactured as well. But, like, I like the fact that they said that you have to be wary of falling for, like, someone that you're so attracted to.
Right.
And that attraction leads to lust as opposed to companionship leading to love. And I think that's something that I know as a woman I do. I like fall for someone easily based on their looks maybe, and then, you know, it's not necessarily all there.
Were you surprised at of any of the... Were you surprised at their picks? Allie, Des... Did you?
No.
Do you think those were like?
I think because it was a good little mix. You know,
Okay.
like Caitlin's very different from Des, and I think it was a good mix. You know, you have Caitlin who's very forward. You know, she's like, I'm a little scared for you.
Right.
Like, I don't know if Des would ever say that, so I thought it was a good balance.
Because we don't see, we haven't seen Des and Allie for a while. Mm-hmm. So that was a surprise to some people in the chat roll. Misha comments on it. I'm surprised that Des was a part of this. I kind of was as well because. Yeah. For the most part, Des and Chris didn't get a lot of like limelight as far as like the Bachelor world.
Right.
I mean, Tanner and Jade have gotten way more attention on their marriage than Chris and Des. And I don't know why, for what reason that was, but I was a little bit surprised as well. I liked Caitlin's candid comments, I guess.
Right.
I felt like she gave some of the best.
I kind of felt bad for her though, because they were like, "Did you regret anything?" And obviously she said yes, and she was like, "Duh," regretting sleeping with Nick.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like she probably regret that so much because of like how America
reacted.
made her feel and reacted,
Yeah.
as opposed to how like she really felt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that wasn't a very, I feel like, especially in a situation like this, like girls should kind of be on each other's side. Mm-hmm. And that question was just, like, we all know it's theirs, so why are we going to bring it to the forefront again? Like, she's already been asked about it 3 million times. So I just don't think that was the appropriate.
I don't think it was like directed to her like that.
You don't?
No, I don't think so. Did you?
No, I don't think so either. I think
when
that
they
was
asked
just a
Caitlin,
question.
what do you regret?
Well, I think
she was just asking
in general,
the group.
like, did you guys regret anything, right?
Did she direct it at her?
Oh, I thought they were like, Caitlin, what do you regret?
I love how you say they.
They.
Like when you're referring to JoJo. They said. Her and the producers. Well, Allie gave the piece of advice of if you like somebody, back off.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's true.
Okay. But do you think that she's going to do that?
No.
Have we seen any indication?
I don't think JoJo backs off.
She ain't backing down. Yeah, she ain't backing down. Okay. Oh, people are talking about Des being pregnant on the chat roll. They're like, it's pretty obvious. She toasted with water instead of alcohol.
But so did
these are things I did not.
But Allie's like blatantly pregnant.
Yeah, they had two glasses of water with lemon, and the other 2 were wine. Or whatever.
I didn't even notice that.
Hey, I didn't notice that either.
Yeah.
What color dresses were they all wearing?
I have no idea.
Blue was Allie.
Allie was blue. Des was red.
Caitlin wasn't wearing a dress.
JoJo was in a printed romper, and Caitlin was in a tank and jeans. Yeah.
And Chucks.
Of course.
Damn, I fit right in. Do you want me to jump on your blog?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, what's your blog? Pitch it.
MissZias.com.
And what's going on with that blog?
It's going really well. It's a fashion blog for men and women.
But what did you just tell me tonight about it? Super exciting news.
What, that I got picked up?
Booyah!
Yeah. Booyah!
Yeah, let's celebrate that. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Oh my gosh!
Small interjection.
Well, I have a fashion blog.
You got 30 seconds and it's over, so.
And I shot an editorial and it was picked up by a couple magazines, so that's exciting.
That's really cool. Okay, enough about you, more about the show.
Okay, yes.
All right, so we get in, we see the men's packages. What did you guys like about the men's packages?
I'm going to tell you
talk about their packages.
Real quick.
Okay,
I liked a lot about the packages, and I love how I love how you guys, The Bachelor, I mean, it's the most American thing, they rolled off the first 3 men. A quarterback, a Marine, and a firefighter. Literally, just
like you could more quintessential.
That was pretty good.
To me, it was perfect. It was a little comical because of how, I mean, to me, like that just screams America. So I ate it right up.
Do you think that they position that as well from her origin? She's from Texas.
Yes.
Maybe it's like it's kind of like Chris Soule's season in that regard.
It's very America. It's very like those are hardworking, motivated men. Yeah. You know, so I mean, in my mind.
You did eat it up. You were like...
Oh, I ate it up. Like, that is literally to...
I think it was Alex. You were like, he's a stud. And you, like, emphasized stud so strongly that it confused me. I did not know what that meant. I was like, is that good or is that bad? Or like, he is a stud.
In my book, it's a very good thing.
Awesome.
So... That's all I got. Just, I mean, firemen, Marines, and football players.
At first, I wasn't very impressed by the gentleman. I have to be honest.
And Why? Why not?
okay, this is gonna sound terrible, but I just think that we were
Speak your mind. We're all friends
teased
here.
for so long about this being the hottest season of men ever and like America's most eligible bachelors. And I'm sorry, but a Bachelor superfan is not an occupation. And although it was a funny intro and everything, and he seems like a nice guy, like he's obviously not there for JoJo. I feel like he's there for Chris Harrison. So I wish that there was someone else that took his spot.
But you have to also remember that in a sense, it's a show. So they have to throw people like that in there. If you had a room of 30 of the most, motivated, successful models, like that's not going to be. In a sense,
no
it's almost no one
there.
wants to watch that.
Yeah, there's no.
So you have to throw the Daniels and the Bachelor fans and whomever. You have to throw them in the mix because that's what makes really good TV.
Right. But I'm just naive, and I think it's like all about finding love. So
Out of the people that showed the pack, the men that we saw their packages, and we only saw a couple, which we're kind of curious. We love chat roll to tell us your thoughts on this. Why do they only show us like 5 or 6 of them? What does that mean?
Right.
To you guys.
It doesn't mean anything.
Does it mean anything? Yeah.
I don't think it means anything.
They're just like, we got some footage. They were close by.
Yeah, maybe.
But I also think they want you to think that it means something. Like, we just spent 3 minutes introducing this guy. So,
he's important.
Yeah, so that, we're going to throw his face right off the bat.
Yeah. I do think we see some people that... I actually disagree. I think there is some strategy in it.
Okay, what is it?
I think
you should know.
No, I don't know. It's a total mystery to me as well. But I think... Because, look, Luke was in there.
Yeah.
Jordan was in there. Right?
Yep.
And we all know that they're going to go pretty far.
Yeah.
So I think they give us a couple.
Alex was in there, too.
Alex
the Marine stud.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think Alex is someone to watch out for.
I think so, too.
He got really,
totally
really
think so.
good at it tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be inappropriate, and I apologize, but there were some shots when they were showing, for the season, of when she was making out with someone and they were showing his back and he was very muscular. I guarantee you that's Alex.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, right?
I mean, he does push-ups.
No, I didn't say it was insulting. I said it was inappropriate.
It's Alex or Chad.
No, it's not inappropriate.
Because Chad's like, duh, you can do push-ups with a girl on your back. You better be able to do push-ups with a girl on your back.
That was my favorite line of the whole night.
What, you walking in here with emotions and not push-ups with girls on your back? Idiot, you're done.
Chad, go home.
Okay, I'm going to say a couple people's names. You tell me your immediate response if you guys remember.
Okay.
Okay? Just one word. Grant. 28, he was a firefighter.
I think that said it.
Yeah, just
okay. Luke, Texas, horses, cattle, small town.
Swoon.
Love him.
Swoon.
Gentleman, handsome, mysterious.
Okay.
Going all the way.
What about discount
Still
double
swooning.
check?
What?
Discount double check?
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
The wrestler
that's
guy.
my new name for Jordan because he's Aaron Rodgers' little brother.
what?
So I'm just gonna call him discount double check from here on out.
I get like a little flustered with Jordan. I totally get why he made her knees weak.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Really?
Do you think that's why he was
Yes.
cast?
Yes.
I think
Because he makes girls weak, girls' knees weak?
He's Aaron Rodgers' brother.
You do.
But that's a part of making girls' knees weak because that's his confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's someone's brother. I almost feel bad for
I know
him.
that.
But
that sucks.
also,
It's
this
hard.
is going to be brought up throughout so much of the season because that was his whole thing too. Like in his package, they were brought. He was talking about how he's always compared to his brother, or whatever it may be, in his whole life. And you saw in the clips to
In the
come
previews,
that's what he talks about.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. But, at first I didn't think there's anything that special about him, and I hated the skinny jeans he was wearing in his intro. I just felt like he was trying so hard.
You immediately were like, I don't like this guy. I was like, off
She
the
goes,
jeans?
never let your boyfriend wear those.
I just judged him so hard, and I feel bad for that, but I'm also a men's wardrobe stylist, so it's just like the first thing I see.
Yeah.
And it bothered me, I think, because
should be
he was
looking
talking
at his
about
heart, Kristina,
well,
at
I
his
can't
heart.
see that. I have to get past his clothing for that. Anyways, I just didn't like him, but when he started interacting with JoJo, my mind kind of switched up.
Because you could tell instantly
There was a connection?
By far, they had the deepest
Yeah.
connection in the first night.
Okay, so move on to the limo introductions.
Okay.
We didn't see everybody, obviously, and they did this weird edit that they haven't done this in the past. They had one guy talking about how the other guys introed themselves, and they just did quick montage shot of people
yeah, I
introing.
didn't like
We've never
that.
seen that.
I didn't like that.
Which we get to the rose ceremony, and we're like, who's that
is
guy?
that
guy?
Yeah.
Obviously, because we didn't see them all. Okay, so who did it the best? Limo entrance, if you guys remember. And whose were you like, it's laughable?
Unicorn.
Luke on the unicorn.
You loved it.
Hands down.
Yeah, well, one, just because it showed you that he knew who JoJo was.
Okay.
And she showed up
Kind of
as a
stalkery,
unicorn.
though, too.
No, that's
Not when you're on TV like
Not
that.
in 2016.
Yeah. I think that was endearing.
Yeah, totally.
I totally think it was endearing. I think it was thoughtful. Like, it was completely sentimental, and he or whomever went through a lot of work to make that happen.
Because that could have gone south pretty easily. Unicorn, horse, and I think he did it really well.
The one that went south was those note cards.
Oh, yeah, the note cards. Who did that?
I don't like that
Who did the
one.
note
I mean,
cards,
I see where he was going.
Channel?
I see where he was going. I just don't think it played out exactly how he thought it was going to.
Well, yeah, because he's like a little awkward.
You know?
He was like, I'm going to deliver this. She's going to laugh. I'll laugh.
And then he's like, I'm the most beautiful girl in the world. And she's like,
yeah, that's like a stand-up night.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's my best joke.
Oh, I felt bad for him. I actually thought that was cute and funny.
Let's reenact it. Just shortly. I'll do it, and then let's just do the silence.
Okay.
I'm going to do it to you, Chelsea.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm obviously the most beautiful woman here.
No.
That's
Okay, she was nicer than me. JoJo was nicer than me.
I thought Wells had a great
What was that?
limo entrance as well. He's the one who hired the acapella
All
group.
in one, or what was the
All
band's?
for
All
one.
for one. Yeah, sorry.
I think when they got out of the limo, yes. To carry it into the rose ceremony, no. Cut it off. Oh, also, who had a great one?
James.
Was that the
James
guitar?
Taylor, yeah.
Oh, so I swooned for him too.
Yeah, he was cute too.
That was so cute.
Whose was the worst?
Santa, like, stop.
Yeah, the Santa one.
I don't know if that was the worst. I just wasn't all about that. I see kind of.
But JoJo liked it, actually.
She loved it.
And I think it's kind of funny. Like, you have to have a lot of confidence to come in there as Santa. And also, everyone does love Santa.
And and confidence to say nothing else but JoJo.
That was,
we didn't hear
all he
her.
said.
I actually could have done without the JoJo. But
Like, we get what you're going for, man.
They never showed what was in the gift.
No.
I wonder what it was.
They never showed us the. Oh, never mind.
Also, what about the guy with the wine? I thought that was funny too.
Yeah, that was good. That was one of my.
hysterical.
That was really.
That was
memorable.
really funny.
And she's like, my mom will like him.
Yeah.
I was like, you should have just said I like him.
My gosh.
But
What?
I'm sorry. I
Go
just
ahead,
could
Kristina.
not get over. I don't know what his name is. I don't even remember if he got a rose or not. His occupation was hipster, I think.
Oh, from LA.
From
let's
LA.
see here.
He was the one who was like, I actually don't know who you are. I don't know anything about you. I didn't watch last
wait, yeah,
season.
we
And
saw that
like,
at the
dude, like,
end.
why are you here?
Because I don't know, someone signed him up, and
I think his name
it was in LA,
Jake. No.
I don't know.
Vinny.
No, Vinny was a guy
one from
that
Long
got
Island.
drunk.
God, they went by so fast.
I wish
fast.
my laptop didn't die.
Okay. There was Sal, who was 28, and I know this is not memorable, but you'll remember when he had the blue balls.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like,
okay,
you
no.
can squeeze my balls.
I just don't-
I was like, that's not a real thing anyway. I don't ever want
What?
to be able to squeeze my balls.
But she's uncomfortable.
So don't create a metaphor for it. That's
I just
what?
thought.
Yeah.
I think he obviously was trying to be funny, but to me that was just so unflattering. It was just like I immediately want nothing to do
You know
with
what it is? I just feel like if you're hoping to find love, and at the end of the day, you want your fiance.
His name was Brandon, by
Her
the way.
family's gonna see this.
balls.
The one previously, sorry.
You don't
Hipster
know.
got
the
her
hipster
balls.
guy's Brandon.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my
Thank you, Chad.
mom.
That's not
to
your
see
first
that.
impression.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
To see some guy.
So how'd you guys meet? Well, he came out of the limo. He had blue balls.
Yeah.
Like stop.
Yeah, it
I
was
know.
awesome. It was so
uncomfortable.
sweet.
Yeah, it was so
not-
thoughtful.
Yeah, you got to think about that in terms of how are you going to tell the story. How
Right.
does your guys' personal story play
Right.
out?
So how did you,
Exactly.
mommy, dad? Like, how did you meet mommy? Well,
Here, watch this clip.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Exactly.
Yeah, really cute. Whose bad first impression do you guys remember in the past but still made it pretty far? Anybody stand out? I've got one.
Okay, go.
I'll lead the way. Zach Waddell on the season, Desiree season. I remember this because obviously I was on the season.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh my God, were you on the Bachelor?
Once on the Bachelorette. Okay.
What did he do?
He came in with his shirt off, out of the limo. He stayed with the shirt off the entire night. I was like, this guy's not gonna stay. There's no way.
Did he have a rockin' bod?
Yeah, he had a rockin' bod.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was like number 4.
Wow.
So the Santa Claus, I'm saying we can't count him out. You never know.
No, you can't count him out. And she,
there was
like
the
you said, she
cupcake
was all about it.
But you guys, JoJo wore a unicorn mask like last season.
Yeah.
That wasn't totally normal either. You know what I mean?
No.
It was
Actually, it's
cute.
not normal at all.
If no offense, but if she wasn't really beautiful, everyone would be like, that girl's a weirdo.
Yeah.
What about the wedding dress girl from Sean's season? Do you guys remember that?
I do remember that.
No, I don't remember that.
That was from Atomic 1107. I think her name was Lindsay.
Oh, good job.
Hey, Lindsay.
Yeah, whatever. Okay,
What
whatever.
up, girl?
So want Zach in paradise. I think he's married, so I don't think that
He's living his own paradise.
Yeah, I don't think that is going to happen. Okay, I don't want to go through all of the guys because I think that that's boring.
Agreed.
You guys agree?
Agree.
Chat roll agree? Okay, we're all in agreement. 10 to 20. Okay, so then we're going to go past all of these introductions. We've already talked about the people we like, the people that we hated. Nick.
I have another
James.
person I hated.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about him. We love talking about that.
I'm sure we'll talk about him a lot more coming up, but Daniel,
I was just about to go to him.
I thought his
Damn, JoJo.
His entrance was terrible, and I just want to be like, how old are you?
Yeah.
Everything
You know what I
about
mean?
him was terrible.
Everything.
I loved his,
Everything.
I loved his comment later when he's like,
the internet.
no, that one. Okay, let's talk about the funniest Daniel moments. Now's a great time.
Okay, go.
Garrett, go ahead.
I don't remember exactly what he said. He goes, "Have you been
Following.
Have you been following the internet
For the past few months.
That is
But,
so
okay, but how
funny.
cute was her reaction? She goes, "Oh, did someone say damn JoJo on YouTube?"
I know, that was
Like,
cute.
Yeah. then he also goes, I have never been to Texas because I'm from Canada.
He said
Like
he's from
that-
Canada at 20.
Like that
omits-
matters.
Yeah, like, oh,
Like,
you can't travel to
automatically.
Canada. You're not American trying to travel to Cuba.
Right.
Pre 2015. Thank you, Obama.
Yeah.
Right, like they don't have flights from Canada to
Texas. Yeah, he's like, couldn't make it.
He was
I mean,
terrible.
again, great TV, not a good human being.
By the way, I just want you guys to know, I wish I could say it, quote it exactly, but I can't. In his bio, I was reading some of the guys' bios online. He kept comparing himself and his body to a Lamborghini. And it was, and it was something like,
It had to have been Daniel.
Yeah, it was Daniel.
Oh, okay.
It was something like, well, you don't park. It was like, what do you think of your body? Or like, are you comfortable showing off your body? He's like, well, you wouldn't park your car in the garage if it was a Lambo or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So cringeworthy.
Guys like that literally make me want to bang my head against the wall.
Okay.
Just
Boom.
okay.
Sorry, go ahead, Chelsea.
Well, I was gonna go on a flip side, or we can say on this negative side, but who is that sweet little man? What is his name? Evan?
Alex? Because
Who
the stud?
just was like so distraught. And he
Evan?
was the one who was like,
I know
when the
who he
first
is.
impression rose came out, he like does that thing
Oh,
to
yeah,
his
it's
hair.
Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Oh my
was
gosh.
really stoked to get a rose.
His whole life was just made.
Yeah.
And he goes, I got one.
You guys, Evan is not going to make it far off.
No, he's not gonna make it far at all.
I feel like he shouldn't have gotten a rose. There was nothing between her
No,
and
you know who
Evan.
should
Okay.
have gotten a rose is
Daniel.
Daniel.
Okay.
Chat roll's talking
for
about
sure.
that. He's the first drunk guy to ever make it past the first night. I don't know if that's true.
Okay, so
Really?
question.
Drunk girls
For
make
everyone.
it further than,
Yeah, drunk girls, I think, happen.
Do you think
guys
that
don't.
was a producer move, or do you think that was
It was a producer move, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
I hate that.
I know.
Yes.
I hate that.
But I think we've
you
come to
could
grips with
tell.
that,
I
like-
know,
Yeah.
but I know. But you could tell she was like, eh.
Yeah, she did not want a kiss
It's
on the
funny
cheek
the
from him
things
at all.
that we grow to accept. That we're like, it's okay. It's The Bachelor. It's The Bachelorette. Like that one, we're like, he should not have gotten a rose. We're like, you gotta accept it.
Or the Bachelor superfan shouldn't be on it. That's how I feel.
I still can't
also.
decide if I
Yeah.
think that was funny.
It was funny.
At first, I thought it was funny, and then it got weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did get
Yeah,
weird.
it did get weird. I want to talk about Alex, by the way.
The
we
stud.
skipped over him, the stud.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he's 25. You guys really like him, I think. There's been some comments about him on chat roll. He's a little short.
A little.
He is short.
How do
is-
you guys feel about that? What are you thinking? My perspective, I'm like, good for you, dude.
Okay, I think show wise, I mean, great for you. I mean, your height should not define if you're gonna fall in love or not. However, would I personally
That's what we're asking.
do not? Okay, well, if we're asking personally, like you have to. I mean, height's a huge thing for me.
Is it taller than you? The same height?
No,
What do you-
taller.
taller.
Like I'm 5'7", and I want to be able to wear my wedges and still have you be taller than me.
Why do people love wedges and heels? You guys don't even like wearing them. So why is that a part?
I don't know. That's like probably like
conversation?
society told us that like we should like look cute in wedges. I don't know. But
I hear that all the time, and then I hear girls go, "Ugh, I hate wearing high heels. I'll wear them for a couple hours and then
take them
ditch
off."
them."
Yeah.
So why is that so important? That is a hinge for your relationship.
I mean, for me too, I'm 5'11",
Yeah.
so I felt like I was
like
like 6'4" was
Yeah.
my kind of like ideal height for guys.
I think it's also
it'd be hard.
it's like I feel more comfortable
yeah.
and like
For me, it's not so much about the heels, although I do like wearing high heels. It's like I'm not like a little girl, and I like to feel smaller and like to feel protected.
Yeah.
And I think it's more about that.
Okay.
But Alex is hot, and
no, Alex is super hot.
a great bod, and he has like that perfect smile. And although he's short, I feel like he's got it going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's move on. Okay, so okay, sorry, Alex. We talked about you enough. We're moving on. Okay, so we're in the house. I want to move on to the fact that like JoJo has her time with the guys. Okay. So we see Alex doing his push-ups. We see Chad. He's obviously said a lot of negative comments. Feels like he's going to be the villain, right?
Yeah, he's going to be a huge disaster this season.
I'm just surprised that he didn't get the first impression rose, to be honest.
Really?
No, I'm not surprised at all.
Well, no, I just thought like
I mean, they
for
did
the
have
most
a good
part,
interaction.
first impression rose goes to the villain or early villain and went to Jordan. Could be Jordan, could be an early
don't
villain.
say that.
I'm just saying, if we follow the path, and that's how it's happened.
Okay, who
do you guys think he
said-
could be the later villain? Chad's early villain and Jordan later villain. What do you guys think?
I think that this is gonna sound terrible, but I think Jordan
give it
will
to me.
stick
The
around
dirty?
until hometown dates because America wants to see Aaron Rodgers, and I think the producers think that'll be
want
good
to see that
TV.
too.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
But yeah, that's where it ends for me.
He's just gonna be doing discount double check the whole time.
pretty
Boom, boom. Okay.
Who made that comment when they said, well, Olivia got the first impression rose and she was left on an island?
Oh,
'Cause
John.
That was the guy in the kilt.
Yeah, the guy in the kilt.
Oh, well, kilt guy, that was freaking hysterical.
And
It
really
was.
quick.
Really quick.
Okay, so we see JoJo. She's talking about all the guys. They've had a couple conversations. She's like, everybody is so nervous. Like, everybody is, like, on edge. They can't,
Relax.
turn it off and relax and just be themselves. And she's like, I just want someone with some natural ease. And then
Boom, enters Jordan.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember what happened? Do you remember the first thing he asked her?
No.
He's like,
How are you doing?
hey, how the last couple months been?
Yeah, that's
Right?
true. But I just
Like, so
remember
cool,
it was
calm,
very,
collective.
yeah, it was like a very easy, like I felt watching him like at ease. I was like, I kind of like sat back, like, okay,
Yeah.
he's got it. You take it, Jordan, you take it.
You think they're setting us up?
No.
No.
For what?
To like,
Yeah, for
to be like
what?
super stoked on Jordan?
Well, yeah,
Yes,
of course. He just got the first.
definitely.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
But
okay.
if so,
But I think
like,
JoJo seems to be super stoked on him also.
Yeah.
But they do want you to fall in love with him a little bit because they did show his backstory. There was like a lot of information.
His backside. She talked about his butt.
Yeah.
His
and she
butt.
goes, I gotta do some squats.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you guys like about him? Like,
I mean, I like their interaction with each other, I guess.
Yeah.
Other than that, he like didn't stand out. Oh, actually, you know what I liked about him? I forget.
I forget what I liked
I
about
forget what the situation was. Oh no, everyone was making fun of Nick coming in with the Santa Claus outfit.
Yeah.
Everyone was abusing him for it. And then Jordan was like, that's awesome, man. That's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm sure she loved that. And that's when I started, I think, to like him. Because I was like, oh, good for him.
he's not a bully in the
He's
house.
not a bully in the house. He's
Yeah.
confident enough with himself to see like the humor in
Yeah.
this, to like wish good on this other guy also.
Yeah. Well, so he shows that he's with JoJo. They're having a great moment, right?
Great moment.
And then there's that moment for the first kiss, and he
Blows it.
He blows it.
blows it. You
Well,
say
it's not
blow
even
it.
really. He didn't really blow it. He just didn't go for it.
He just didn't go
so
for it.
it's not like he. I
Yeah,
mean,
but it was kind of awkward. You don't think a little bit?
no, and I don't.
I didn't
think
feel like it was awkward
No,
at
I don't
first.
think it was awkward, and I give him huge props for going back. Like to me, that is
Yeah.
crazy attractive.
Weren't you
Like-
saying don't go back?
No,
don't go back?
I was like, don't go back, Jordan.
No,
Yeah.
but she
Because he had that moment, and I didn't want him to go back
And
and try
ruin
to
it.
force it and then make it awkward.
Okay, but do you think it was forced?
I think it was a little bit forced. Here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, go.
Here's what I'm gonna say as I'm about to say it. Here's what I think. JoJo already likes Jordan, so it doesn't matter what he does. It's not going to be awkward. We saw the kiss with what's his bucket before
that
Nick.
was so bad.
The guy with the cards.
That was terrible.
God, I can't
What is
remember
that
their
game
names.
called?
It was a fortune teller game, but that was the same guy who had the cards. So just nothing. He had like all
it
these
was
like
just not
gimmicks
working.
and stuff, and nothing was working for him.
Will.
Poor guy.
Will. And afterwards,
Will accept the rose.
she says the worst thing you could ever say after kissing somebody. She says, thank you. That is the worst thing.
I mean,
And then she said, "I hope it gets better," or something. It will get better, right?
yes,
I wrote
yes.
it down. Hopefully that gets better.
Yeah. Ouch.
I mean, she could have just left with that, and then she threw on the thank you.
Yeah. And then he
Like-
goes, catch you later.
I mean,
Catch you
those
later.
3 phrases,
Oh my
just
Will.
start digging the dirt.
I just
because
feel
you're
like
done.
Will, he's so cute and sweet, and I feel for him. And I wish he like would have played that game, because I used to love playing that game. It's so fun. But I wish he would have been like read her response a little bit better and her reaction to reading that I'm gonna get kissed,
Instead
and be
of
like,
just-
I want to kiss you, but I want to get to know you first. Like I can't wait,
Yeah.
you know, for the upcoming days or weeks or
Yeah.
whatever. Well, come to
Well-
Kristina, and I'm gonna teach you some lessons.
Okay, well then in comes Jordan. He takes the moment. He goes back. Walk us through that. Well, how'd you guys feel in the moment? Were you like, yes, do it? I obviously was
When
like,
Jordan
no,
came
don't
back?
do this, Jordan, you idiot. I was on
all
his side.
for it.
I'm on your side, Jordan. I didn't want you to blow it.
No, I was like Jordan's little cheerleader, like, rah, rah, go Jordan.
I mean, part of me was just like, oh my gosh, this is so well produced right now, because like timing was just perfect for everything.
Yeah.
And then I will say that was a kiss.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was,
Yeah,
yes.
It was a great.
It was a
great kiss.
TV kiss.
It was,
Great
The
kiss.
only thing he didn't do is swoop her hair just behind
behind
her
the
ear
ear.
and pull her up.
Oh,
God.
I think
Other
he
than
did a
that, you
great
had
job.
it, man. I had to do this in a class. It was like how to kiss on TV thing after The Bachelor. Just after. Sorry, I was about
was
to
a
say
class
prior.
before.
Bachelorette, yeah.
Prep work.
And that
prep work.
was like the thing that you do. Ear
The
and,
hair.
and hand behind the
Yep.
head.
I mean, it's true.
But Jordan didn't really need that. He had other moves. And
Yeah.
by the way, JoJo looked great, right?
Knockout.
Boobs on fleek.
Boobs are so on
I'm
fleek.
trying to make that a thing, so I just keep
All
saying
right, let's do it.
And I'm not hitting on her when I say that. I saw that
Well,
just
that's
today.
fine.
Someone was like, "Oh, Brooks was hitting on Jo Fletcher when he said boobs on fleek." I was like, "No, I'm not. I was just trying to make a phrase.
And also her
Well,
boobs
and
are
it's
on
Her
fleek.
boobs are on fleek. I'm just stating the truth.
The obvious, yes.
If you don't
She
know
did
what
look
fleek
great.
means,
And honestly, she was just great. I think she handled the show really well.
Agree.
She was funny and charming. I liked her a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, she seemed really,
great.
she just seemed really good. Like, she seemed, I mean, just crazy present. And, like, she was she's ready. I think she's super ready for the journey.
Did you think that in that moment that she was going to give the first impression rose to Jordan?
Yeah.
Were you
Yes.
like, this is sealed.
Yes.
He's got it. If who would she have given it to other than Jordan?
Luke.
Luke is your guys' second. Both of you
Yeah.
blew that right
No,
off.
Luke is my first. I like Luke
Yeah.
better than Jordan.
I would have said Wells.
Wells was really great too.
Yeah.
He was really cute.
Just
I mean, I think Luke goes very far.
yeah, I think so as well. Let's talk about Ali. Ali.
Ali.
Ali.
Yeah, Ali.
Sweet pumpkin.
In the beginning on his package, we were all checking out his package going, that's a great package. And I included. I was like, yeah, great package, Ali. But we were kind of like, yeah, this guy looks great, right? Like,
Right.
cool guy. He's probably going to be a front runner.
Right.
Up there in the pack. And then he came out in his limo intro and he was really awkward, right?
Because I think he was so nervous.
Like, it was
Yeah.
nervous Ned style. It
Yeah.
wasn't just I'm nervous.
no,
It was like
he... And because I think
know.
he said, like, he's never seen someone that breathtaking, or I'm pretty sure he used the phrase breathtaking. Like, but
Yeah.
something about that's so endearing. And I think if it wasn't in this setting, if she, like, took a step back, you know, she could really realize that how he's viewing her.
could he
that's
possibly
a-
be a sleeper
What
for
does
you
that
guys?
mean?
Like he's going to come on strong later? Like they're not giving him as much attention?
Oh, maybe. I would kind of love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I
don't know
think
if I
would
see
like
Did
that,
you
but-
hear him on the piano?
Yeah, that was
yeah,
incredible.
you
It's
crushed
like
it.
Very
guitar
impressed.
serenading is here. It's like piano serenading.
It is.
Right?
On another
Yeah.
level.
How did they just brought a piano in for
Yeah,
him?
it's The Bachelor. They just brought a unicorn.
That's so true. That
is true.
But yeah, like how did that
A
conversation
piano
go?
was the least of their worries.
They're like, you play the piano, we'll get one.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll
Probably.
be there.
They would be like, "Oh, you can fly to the moon. Don't worry, dude, we got you."
Yeah.
Like
SpaceX, we're talking about it.
We're there.
The next season, like that's one of their destinations. Get ready, pack your bags. We're going to the moon.
The girl's like, "What do I do with my hair?"
It's just floating around everyone's hair. Oh, that's ridiculous.
man.
Okay. So we had a couple chats. Let's go to the chats with JoJo.
Okay.
We had Wells. He had all-in-one behind him, kind of serenading. And he's like, I feel like this is unfair because everywhere and he made a couple jokes about we're going to get in a sandwich and we'll finish each other's sandwiches.
Yeah, but just like leave it. Let
I
it
mean,
be.
Too much at that point.
I think it was too much.
It was too much at that point, but I think he like played it off pretty well. And I think the sandwich talk and all that, it's like kind of just like funny and effortless. And I think they had a good conversation.
Yeah.
You know?
He felt very natural. He
Yeah.
looked like he was, as she asked.
Yeah.
He was just natural.
Yeah.
Easy confidence.
I think like having
Easy
something
confidence.
like that when you're so nervous, it like kind of distracts from like the
It's a good
nervous
icebreaker.
energy a little bit, so you can have
Yeah.
something to talk about. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think he really did himself a favor actually bringing the acapella group.
That's true. Made it easier for him.
Yeah.
But I just gotta say, someone goes, Allie playing the piano. Let's see here. What did they say? It's funny. Chase Jocelyn reminds me of Phantom of the Opera, and that guy was a perv.
Oh my god.
Which just made me laugh. I just thought it was funny.
No, I liked him.
Yeah.
Pianos can come off creepy, though. I can see that.
I don't.
Pianos
Honestly,
are a weird.
I mean, no one has ever played me the piano, so like
you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know that experience.
But you've had daydreams of you in a dress, laying on the piano.
You know, I've had a lot of daydreams. I can't say that
That's one of them.
Call us tomorrow. See what happens tonight.
Like, guess what?
You're never gonna believe it. You
It's
call
like
it.
3
I'm like,
a.m.
I know
First
exactly.
wake up.
You're on a piano, aren't you? Yeah, red dress. Yeah, I know it. Got it.
We got
Bye.
it. We got
I'm
it.
sleeping.
Bye.
Okay, Chad. Chad was an interesting conversation with JoJo,
Chad seemed very confident in himself.
and she bought it. She was
Yeah.
like all for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, not all for it. Go ahead, Chelsea.
Well, so towards the end, when they're doing the preview, she's talking about the bad boy.
Yeah.
Right? And like that's so Chad. And I totally get that because I like get weak in the knees for this like bad boy persona. There's something about them. However, 99% of the time they always just crush you. Right? So I
Right.
think when she's sitting there talking to him, she already knows like that he's on the radar. It's like bleeping, like stop, like walk away, red flags and lights. But she's so locked into him and he's playing right off the bat every single card right. Like
See, I don't agree with that. I think that she said
hate
that.
when you two fight.
I don't think this is a fight. I believe she said that like she felt he was so vulnerable and
Right.
she seemed really surprised by him. So I don't think at this point she thinks he's a bad boy or even knows it yet.
Yeah, I agree. I hate to do this,
Yeah.
Chelsea, but I'm agreeing with Christina. But I think that she doesn't know. She's got a lot going on right now, and she's just like, he seems interesting. He seems to be vulnerable,
Yeah.
which is
Right.
interesting that she said that. He expressed vulnerability because he was giving everybody else shit for being vulnerable.
Right.
And he said like, oh, I'm coming on this crazy show. I'm coming on this show. He felt vulnerable as well,
Right.
which was a
it's a
cue
great
to me.
right. It's a great card.
Yeah.
Like he knows. And if she would have listened to herself, what she's saying, she's like, he's this big macho man, but yet he's so sweet and vulnerable. Like
Classic villain.
Classic.
I think he
motives.
could be a big macho man and also be vulnerable as well. I mean, like I think the only reason we think he's such a bad boy
Is because
like,
we're watching the show.
It's because we saw the previews. Otherwise, we'd just be like, yeah, he's a little bit of an asshole, but we wouldn't like be like, oh, he's like this big macho bad boy.
I don't know. Everyone thinks he's a douchebag.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, not douchebag. Maybe a douche. Not that bag as well. Take it easy. Okay.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm like interested to see how much of that was in edit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you think we'll see any of that after the little what wasn't shown?
I don't know.
I know the answer to that.
Yeah, no.
Let me just answer for you.
No.
No.
It's not happening.
Okay, so then we have immediately after their conversation with Chad, we go to Daniel. Daniel takes his clothes off. He gets really drunk. He hits junk. He gets drunk, and we see his junk in his European thong, and he hits the pool.
He's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean,
but did you like his obliques?
No.
No. You weren't impressed with his back?
No.
No. So it didn't work at all.
I mean,
nothing he was doing was working.
No, because here's the thing. I think if Daniel presented himself well and somehow we saw his body already in the first hour, like, I mean, he's got a nice body.
Yeah.
But if he's not comparing it to a Lamborghini or, like, you know, being a drunk idiot, like, that's so crazy unattractive to me. So automatically I'm like, cool, you lift weights.
Imagine
you know, like,
he'd done everything right. His
Right.
shirt was off, looking great. He was fine, but he was walking around poking guys' belly buttons. Now how do you
Still
feel about
weird.
him? Still weird.
Crazy weird.
Send him home weird?
Can we just talk about the fact that, like, he kind of made it
I've
seem
been
like
waiting.
he was gay?
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like, hello, out of anything that he did, that was, like, the weirdest part of it all, because he is, like, getting naked, jumping in the
So
pool,
weird.
poking guys' belly buttons, and then he was like, if I was gay, I'd be in paradise right now.
And then he added when she was like,
Yeah.
Are you in your underwear? Is that a thong? And he responds, they're men's underwear.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can I mean, I guess you
Maybe
go into
in
the men's
Canada.
section in Canada. That's what they sell.
I don't know.
I never see that. Okay, so moving on really quick, we see James from Texas.
James.
She really liked him. James, who played the guitar in
James
the beginning,
Taylor.
he had his song, James
Oh, yes.
Taylor.
Okay.
He sounds
Duh.
like a country music singer,
Yes.
James Taylor.
Yeah.
I thought he
know.
killed it in the
Yeah.
intro.
Yeah.
Killed the intro.
Do you guys remember their conversation?
No.
Okay, let me read back some things that she said. She goes, I really like him. He's cool, funny, and smart. He's the type of person you
the
want to
heart and
spend
soul
every day with.
with.
I wasn't like, she didn't say, what she didn't say is, James is hot. And I feel like that's super important for
Okay, but reverse to the beginning of the show. This is what they were just talking about. Don't always go for. There's a huge difference between love and lust.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
I mean,
preach, girl.
So I mean, that's what they're going for. But again, I mean, you're in a room with 30 men, so I think automatically by human nature, he's hot. He has a good heart, you know, or like
Yeah.
automatically you think those two don't go together.
Yeah.
The goal is to find that it does go together. So right off the bat, if James is not the most GQ model in there,
Yeah.
but she wants to spend every day with him, like that's a good sign.
It's what Ali said. She was like, I was so
Yep.
attracted to Roberto, I couldn't think of anything else other than taking
Yeah.
his clothes off. Okay, so that leads me to my hopes and dreams for the show, actually.
Okay, go.
Now that you said that. I hope James is like is the final person. It's
Okay.
like James, lovable, sweet, cool, funny dude, and
Okay.
it's like Jordan. You know,
Oof.
football
Yeah.
athlete,
Yeah.
and that would like
All-American.
such contrasting options for her, and she's gonna be like, I love both of them, and she's gonna repeat what Ben did to her.
I don't think she will.
No, I don't like. She's not gonna say I love you, but I'm thinking she's gonna be like, I'm torn,
Yeah.
which is pretty much the same thing as saying I love you.
I like James, and he was really sweet, but when JoJo was saying all that stuff about him, she didn't say, like, I want to spend every day with him, you know what I mean? Or, like, I'm so attracted to him. She was
Right.
like, you want to.
Yeah.
America's
Third
gonna
person.
You're right, exactly. There's a complete difference.
Okay, listening to. Did she have cues that you guys have picked up on already? Like certain things that she says that you're like, that's a tell for her.
I don't think it's really
nothing in
necessarily words.
particular.
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely tell when
You can
you're-
tell.
Yeah, when someone's really enthused to be talking about someone as opposed to he's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat roll's way ahead of us. They're like on to like the
Rose ceremony.
no, they're on to the fighting at the end that we see for the preview, which I call the hook. They're just like
Yeah, it's
setting
great.
that hook so
Yeah.
deep for us to be like, this season's gonna be so good.
Well, that's exactly how I felt after watching it.
You guys,
Oh
we're
my
gonna
God.
we're gonna get to that.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so we get to Jake showing up. Jake Pavelka.
Pavelka.
I can't even say his name.
Okay, that was just
I wasn't even
that was
watching
so
the show
unnecessary.
back
It was
in
so unnecessary.
Okay, so let's not even
The
talk
end.
about it.
Yeah.
It's
I have
so
something
unnecessary.
to say about
okay,
that.
say about.
I actually was really bothered by this.
Okay.
And the fact is that I really like JoJo, and I think she's the right person to be the Bachelorette. However, I don't think it was just such a coincidence that she happened to be on the show, and then it happened to be chosen as the Bachelorette. Like, I'm sorry. Jake has been on how many Bachelor shows? Like, you obviously, and your
Nepotism?
brother was on a reality show. Like, you obviously knew what you were doing getting into this. Like, you had a leg into the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for you to be like, I just can't believe I never thought this would have ever have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. You're
That's
like,
why
there's
you
a
were
good
there.
there's a good chance that I'm gonna be
You know
the
what I mean?
Bachelor.
I see where you're going.
I
Okay.
almost felt like I wish they didn't show that because I think JoJo is so genuine. And after watching that, I was like, girl, please.
Kind of tarnished the
little
whole
bit,
image of
yeah.
like sweet JoJo.
Yeah, I still think she's sweet, but I think she knew exactly what she was getting into.
Too much salt in that mojo JoJo.
I guess.
Okay.
Anyways,
I did it.
I can't be the only one who thought that. So if you
I didn't
think
get
it
that. I
too.
didn't get that impression of like JoJo. I did get the impression of like, oh, they're so close, and the brother. I'm like, there's definitely some like nepotism, hierarchy, weird connection
Totally.
between.
I just
who
wish she didn't
becomes
show up. I
Bachelor.
thought it was so silly.
It's kind of become like a secret society. You gotta get
It
in.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see here. Last thing, I wanted to talk about was there's a couple of things, couple of secrets. Someone on the chat roll alluded to this, that Jordan has to tell her secret. I don't know what that means. We don't want
Oh, her
spoilers.
secret is probably
or his secret.
his
Jordan
secret is
has,
that he's Aaron Rodgers' brother.
that's not a secret.
Brooks, that's
Yes,
for sure
100%.
the secret.
Oh,
'Cause
she
he-
doesn't know yet.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Wow.
I didn't even clue into that.
Yeah, and he
That's
never said
amazing.
like who he. Yeah,
That's definitely
the
the secret.
Oh, big deal.
I hope she's like, who's that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
like
I
what?
hope that's yeah.
He's
Because-
quarterbacking?
She like did not care at all that he used to play football.
She didn't ask for who. She didn't
Yeah.
ask at
Yeah.
like pro. She didn't ask anything unless
Yeah.
it was edited out. But they.
Yeah, that's true. That's a possibility.
Okay. We saw some quick definitions. I'm just to wrap up. Robbie may have a girlfriend. That may be some potential drama for the future.
What a douche.
Doucher.
Douche.
Chad is the alpha male. We saw that. There was a lot of hate on Jordan. I don't know if that's coming from a place of insecurity or people are
Right.
threatened by Jordan. Quickly, what do you guys think about that?
I'm gonna say insecurity.
Insecurity.
I don't know. We have to wait and see.
God, I'm super hoping that he's a little bit villain.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I am also.
There was that we saw in the previews for the end. There's a Chris Harrison confronts Chad. There's like a fight that goes
There's
out.
blood.
There's blood.
There's
a lot of
Policeman,
blood.
There's a lot of blood.
Notable.
Yes.
A lot of blood.
A lot.
That was intense. Okay.
Not like slip and like break your nail blood, like gushing blood.
Gosh, yeah, there was a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the season.
I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be a great season.
Let's get it on.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get it on.
So predictions. Who do you think is the villain? I want villain and top 3.
Okay, Chad villain. Well, yeah, Chad villain. Top
Yep.
3: Luke, Jordan, and who was the guy that she wants to spend every day with?
James Taylor.
James Taylor.
We like him.
Those are my 3.
All right.
Okay. Top 3. Jordan, Luke, and Alex.
Oh, I forgot my stuff.
Too bad I took
He's
Alex.
a stud.
He's a stud.
Damn, Daniel.
And then I think Daniel and Chad are the villains.
Daniel and Chad. You think Daniel stays
No,
that
if
long?
Daniel stays that long,
No, I guess probably not.
I'll give you a,
Yeah.
your re-up.
I mean, I
Edit
guess
yourself.
Chad or Jordan.
Chad or Jordan.
okay.
Okay.
You go.
I'm gonna try to mix it up.
'Kay.
I'm gonna go Luke, Wells,
Okay.
Jordan,
Okay.
top 3, and obviously Chad is the villain. But I'm gonna go wild card.
Okay.
And God, what was his name?
Bachelor super fan. Choose him.
No,
Choose the hipster. Choose
Robbie.
the hipster.
no, that Alex,
The stuff.
No!
the stud.
Okay.
He's so
That's
sweet.
wrong.
But I think there's gonna be a little something with Alex.
Interesting.
I don't know what it is yet.
He's got some backstory.
The stud. Yeah.
stud.
There's
All
something
right,
there.
all
All
right.
right. That's it, you guys.
So fun. I can't
I'm
wait until
really
next
excited.
week.
I'm
Yeah.
super stoked on it. So you guys, we are super stoked to be doing the show. Follow us on Twitter. You can find me at, well, social media. It doesn't have to be Twitter. But my Twitter is at Forrester. Where can they find you guys?
I'm on social media everywhere at Briche.
And I'm on social media everywhere at Miss Zias.
Lucky you guys. All right, you guys. We'll see you later. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AFTERBUZZTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AFTERBUZZ TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.